This broadcast is presented under the legal ownership authority of Magnitude Sports. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this broadcast may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Magnitude Sports. Send it up to the broadcast booth for the pregame show right now on Magnitude Sports.
It is good to be back at Starion Bank Field. It is good to be back and getting ready for a full summer of baseball as the Post 400 baseball teams. It'll be the Astros that will have liftoff tonight as they open up their season. This was a late addition to the schedule, and good to get one early as well, at least a lot of guys on the Fargo side still maybe a couple of days of school left, but some of them have been able to get some high school baseball in, get lathered up, get ready to go, and they will face Barnesville Post 153 here this evening. This is an exhibition game. We're playing one. It'll be 9 innings, and getting ready for the season to kick off here as well, as Barnesville just finishing up their high school baseball season as well as a lot of these guys getting ready to play some summer baseball. So, good to be with you tonight here from Starion Bank Field. A warm and windy evening. That southerly breeze, well, it's not a breeze. It's straight wind southeast at about 17 to 25 miles an hour, and that will probably be with us here for a good chunk of the evening. But 85 degrees right now, and a good start weather-wise. It wasn't always that case for the spring. With the Post 400 Astros, last year the group of Astros was 12-27-1 as they've added a new squad for Fargo Post 400. There'll be the Astros and the Rockets, which will be in Junior Legion Baseball. And Junior Legion Baseball really in North Dakota has taken off, and to the point where they have their own state tournament, pretty much have their own league statewide with 2 teams here that Post 400 will bring out there. West Fargo with a couple. There's one in Bismarck, one in Minot. Grand Forks, the Blues, who were successful last year. Castleton, Kindred, able to just kind of establish their own group. And good to have that. Good to see that. And it's kind of preparing these guys to kind of step up, whether it be playing for the Comets here at Post 400 or the Stars eventually. You're going to see that, and it just shows the numbers are good. Baseball in Fargo, especially kind of in the southern part of Fargo, so some good things there, and some names and faces you'll get familiar with. We'll get familiar with them here tonight as well. Barnesville, under 500 a year ago. Taking a look at the numbers from a year ago, Barnesville playing a lot of teams, of course, in west central Minnesota with 6-12 Senior Legion Baseball, playing the likes of DGF and Breckenridge and Frazee, and they were Twin Valley, and Hidderdahl, Wadena, Pelican Rapids, among others. But they were 6-12 a year ago. A lot of these guys back that played some last year. Ben Brayton, we'll see him in the lineup. Elias Cox, but Major Ness as well. Tyson Anderson, some guys that played quite a bit last year for Barnesville, and they will be playing tonight as well. And, the Barnesville coach is kind of saying they've got, let's see here, they brought 12, and they're going to play all 12, and I imagine you'll kind of see that for the Astros as well here, as they have going to be hitting 10 in the lineup. They're going to do that with the exhibition game tonight. You can do that, and they have 17 overall playing on the roster here, 17 in the scorecard here for tonight. But there you see, crowd filed in a little bit here as Barnesville finishing up their round of infield, and the 2 coaches ready to meet with the umpires here at home plate with the exchange of the lineup cards. And we'll get first pitch coming up here momentarily as we will take a break, come back here with the starting lineups and first pitch on this one, as it'll be Post 400 Astros taking on Barnesville, season opener for both teams. We're back in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Gather up the sports and fitness gear you aren't using anymore and sell it to Play It Again Sports. We will review your gear and choose what we purchase based on condition, brand, and store demand. We will then pay you on the spot, or you can receive additional incentive if you trade towards used or new products in the store.
American Legion Baseball. A winning tradition since 1925. Thousands of young athletes have participated, and countless lives have been changed.
And that was the fun part of summer ball and Legion was we just played. At that stage, I think everything's so pure. You're just wanting to play ball. I would 100% recommend it.
Legion Baseball is one of many programs of the American Legion, supporting our children, our military, and their families. Find out more about how we continue to serve America.
When your truck is down, your business is down. That's why drivers across North Dakota and Minnesota trust Hogue Diesel Service in West Fargo. DOT certified in both states. From oil changes to full overhauls, Hogue Diesel Service handles complete truck and trailer repair on all makes and models, heavy and medium duty. Need on-site repair, computer diagnostics, pickup and delivery, 24-hour service? They do that too. Call Hogue Diesel Service today at 701-532-0203. That's 701-532-0203. Hogue Diesel Service LLC, 907 2nd Avenue West in West Fargo.
Here's 3 ways you can support Magnitude Sports. First, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. It's 100% free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 month-to-month YouTube memberships. Finally, businesses can choose one of 2 online YouTube sponsorships or contact us for more options. To learn more, click the Join button or give us a call at the number on your screen. Thanks for watching Magnitude Sports.
You see Barnesville, the lineup being introduced right now, lineup and batting orders, as Barnesville's lineup will go like this. Major Ness will lead things off. He's at first base. Ben Brayton will bat second and catch. Batting third will be the shortstop, Elias Cox. Batting fourth in center field, Brendan Court. Batting fifth will be the the right fielder, Matthew Jarr. Jake Strand batting sixth at second base. Batting seventh in left field, Jackson Berg. Logan Ellert will bat eighth and will start on the mound here for Barnesville. And Mason Glenn batting ninth will be at third base. For the Post 400 Astros as they get lined up here on the field, as it'll be Caleb Olson will start on the mound here for the Post 400 Astros. Ben Sudas behind the plate. Anthony Breitbach at third base. Ethan Ness at short. Blaine Frazier at second. And Wyatt Clark at first base. Jackson Nedham is in left field. Owen Pfeiffer in center. And Carson Hayes in right field for the Post 400 Astros. We'll take one final break here as we will come back and get you ready for the first pitch on this one. Moments away on a warm and windy night as we turn the calendar to June, which means baseball and plenty of it. It is the Astros in Barnesville tonight. We're back in just a moment.
Hungry? Get to Vic's for Hamburger Happy Hour. Monday through Friday from 4 to 7 p.m. Get a delicious burger and fries for just $6.50. The kitchen is always cooking at Vic's. We serve up breakfast every day from 9 a.m. to noon, and we're open 365 days a year from 9 a.m. all the way until 2 a.m. Plus, catch regular happy hour every Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and join us for bingo 5 days a week. Come hungry to Vic's, located at 1608 Main Avenue Southeast in Moorhead.
Hi, this is Mike from Magnitude Sports. I'd like you to do me a favor if you would. Subscribe to this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. The channel is owned by a family I've known for over 2 decades and features some sports stars from previous Magnitude Sports broadcasts. So if you're the type of guy that likes fishing, hunting, dogs, you can get all that and more right here on the Dakota Fins and Feathers YouTube channel. You can also find them on social media, on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's educational, it's captivating, it's fun. It's Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. Subscribe today.
The Midwest elements are relentless. Is your home ready? At J. Deeds Construction, we've been serving the FM community since 2003. As a proud member of the Building Industry Association, formerly known as Home Builders Association, we specialize in roofing, siding, custom decks, and seamless gutters built for maximum durability. Plus, we offer free seamless gutters with every roof or siding project. Call 367-1175 or visit buildwithjdec.com. J Deeds Construction. If you can dream it, we can build it.
Post 400 baseball is back, and we have all the dominant performances.
Rounding third is Oliver Luck. He will come in, and the throw won't be in time, and Easton Rarick with a 2-run single to right, and it's 10-4.
And all the big moments.
Back inside, ground ball to second. Flip to Rarick for one, on to first, rack him up for two. Throw back to third, making a triple play. It will go 4, 6, 3, 5 on the triple play. Everybody in the infield got their turn. See Olson taking his warm-up tosses here as we'll get first pitch coming up here in just a moment. Major Ness set to lead things off for Barnesville, their senior Legion squad, as their schedule coming up here, at least for the first handful of games to start. They'll have a junior and senior Legion. They'll take on DGF at home on Thursday, at Parker's Prairie on Friday. As Olson taking his warm-up tosses, we will keep track of the pitch count best we can here, as well as Major Ness set to step in here for Barnesville. First pitch is a strike at 6 o'clock. Truth in advertising, 87 at first pitch. That's south, kind of a south breeze at around 17 to 25. One strike to Ness, fouled away, and quickly 0-2. We have the leadoff batter for both teams, the last name of Ness, Major Ness. If you follow Barnesville football, of course, all the success they've had over the years, Major Ness, you probably know him from his work on the gridiron. Swing and a miss, strike three. Actually, a foul tip held, and there's 3 pitches and one away here in the top of inning number 1. Ben Brayton will step to the plate. Returner from last year's squad for Barnesville. Catcher wears number 3. Outfield straight away with that wind coming kind of from the south-southeast, so it'll kind of basically in from left in left center field, and ball 1. We'll play straight away with Hayes in right, kind of on the shallow end. 1-0. Inside, ball 2. Ball as a whole kind of carries fairly well. On a day like today, it's going to be kind of more to right and right center, but really I'd say the ballpark does play pretty fair. Inside 3-0. 315 down each line. 355 to left center and right center. 385 out to straightaway center at the batter's eye. And a 4-pitch walk. This is a game here tonight, basically, where it's, like I said, a lot of these guys have played spring baseball and gotten their high school baseball, gotten their handful of games in, but just the time to kind of get situated with one another. Grady Field will run at first, be the courtesy runner for Brayton. As Elias Cox, shortstop number 11, to step up. So Field already into a good lead at first. Slide step to the plate and ball 1. So last 5 out of the zone here so far for the righty Olson. 1-0 the count. Let's look from the center field camera. There's a drive right center field. That is down for a base hit as Hayes will get to it in right center field. Never broke stride and will get to third. So runners on the edges with 1 out. So had to come in with a strike and a base hit into right center, and that puts runners on the corners here. Brendan Court to the plate now for Barnesville, left-handed hitting center fielder. Well, for the Astros here, you're looking Get him to roll one over, at least try to do a little bit of damage control here so far, is trying to prevent the big inning. And this is a 1-9-inning game. Pitch a ball, they'll throw through to second, and safe. Close play at second, and the throw, not a bad throw, quite honestly. Suda came on one bounce in the turf, and it bounce kind of came up high with the shortstop Ethan Ness there to take the throw, and that bounce came up high and allowed the runner to get in underneath the tag. Fouled away, and 1-1. First pitch, I believe, was a ball, but Suda, they did throw through, and honestly a pretty strong throw. 1-1. Second and third one down, and off the plate, 2 balls, 1 strike. Pfeiffer will shade the batter, a few steps into right center. Line and caught. Sliding catch at second for the out, and the runners have to freeze. Well struck by Court, but able to read that. Frazier with a sliding grab. And runners had to hold and freeze on the line drive. Matthew Jarr, another left-handed batter here, is Barnesville trying to take an early lead here in the first. Olsen deals a strike, 0-1. Jarrett's stance closed, turns that front shoulder in, the 0-1. Swing and a miss, up with a fastball that time, elevate it, and 2 strikes. Get that left-handed batter, you want to try and get it. If you're going to throw a fastball like that, try to get above the letters, kind of above kind of the plane of the swing. 0-2, he went back up there. He's able to fight it off, and it's into left for a base hit. It'll score a couple, and Barnesville grabs an early 2-0 lead. He went back up there with a high fastball, and credit Matthew Jarr, able to just get the head of the bat out and fight it off for a base hit. So it's a 2-run single, and Barnesville grabs the early edge here at 2-0. Again, a good pitch there by Olsen. You want to go back up in the zone. Ball 1 to Jake Strand. Just a good job of the batter. Just make contact, fight it off, throw to first, and Jar back. So the early lead here. Again, this is 1-9-inning game. Kind of basically, it'll be kind of an exhibition feel to this. 1-0 in the delivery. Ball 2, 2-0 now to Strand. And strike 2-1. Number of teams, they've not started their season. I say most of them kind of starting tonight or later in the week. Legion baseball, West Fargo and Post 2 in an exhibition game tonight. Post 400 Rockets will make their debut tomorrow. Foul out of play, 2-2. They will be here at Starion Bank Field. A pair of games against the West Fargo Rattlers starting at 5:30. That'll be right here on Magnitude Sports. And the Stars will have a non-region contest with Grand Forks. And dribbler foul, 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. And then the season will really kick off in full next week. In fact, 2 Post 400 Junior Legion teams, these Astros and their compadres, the Rockets, will square off, as that'll be an early game Monday. There is strike 3. Got him looking on an inside delivery, and Strand is rung up. That'll do it here for Barnesville. They get a couple of runs in the top of the first inning. They do so on a pair of hits, and Strand won. We'll get you the Astros lineup when we come back in just a moment. Barnesville with an early 2-0 edge.
The Midwest elements are relentless. Is your home ready? At J. Deeds Construction, we've been serving the FM community since 2003. As a proud member of the Building Industry Association, formerly known as Home Builders Association, we specialize in roofing, siding, custom decks, and seamless gutters built for maximum durability. Plus, we offer free seamless gutters with every roof or siding project. Call 701-367-1175 or visit buildwithjdc.com. J Deeds Construction. If you can dream it, we can build it.
Logan Ellert, the southpaw, getting loosened up here. The Astros will bat 10 here in the exhibition game. Ethan Nestu leading things off at shortstop. Batting second at catching for the Astros will be Ben Suda. Anthony Breitbach batting third at third base. Batting fourth will be the first baseman Wyatt Clark. Caleb Olson is batting fifth, and he will pitch. Batting sixth in left field, Jackson Nedham. Batting seventh, the extra hitter, Easton Healy. Not a DH, so to speak, but labeled the extra hitter with 10, Owen Pfeiffer. Center field hitting eighth, Blaine Frazier batting ninth at second base, Carson Hayes in right field, and will hit, don't get to say this too often, in the number 10 hole. So the start here for the Astros as they try to battle back here from an early 2-0 deficit. Foul tip will cost Ness a strike, and it's 0-1. Brayton behind the plate for Barnesville. And around the infield for post 153. Mason Glenn at third, Elias Cox at shortstop. Quick strike, and it is 0-2. Jake Strand at second. Major Ness is at first. Jackson Berg left field. Brennan Court in center. Matthew Jarr in right. Two-strike pitch is low, 1-2. Mason Quick, head coach of the Astros. Joe Gould, Keegan Wessels. Some Post 400 alumni stepping into the coaching role now. 1-2 on a play. And still 1 ball and 2 strikes. And with the Rockets as well, Dawson Hawley, who's been an assistant and very active in the program, he has taken over as the head man for the Rockets, and a couple of former, I should say, Post 400 alumni, former stars the last couple of years, Matty Bryant and Hudson Stein, as they were part of a team down at Alexandria Technical College that got to the NJCAA Division III National Tournament. Base hit here for Ness. So a solid base hit for Ness. Good start here for the Astros in the bottom of the first, and that'll bring up Ben Suda. So Suda digs in as Mason Quick over in the third base coaching box is, well, Mason new to as far as within Post 400 on the coaching staff. Ball 1 here to Suda. Stars coaching staff still intact. Donnie Bryant, Jeff Fichtner, and Caden Schwabe. Jack Junker takes over for Post 400 Comets. They will open up their season in the coming days. Foul back to the netting, 1-1 the count. We off this weekend, and again, both here the Astros and the Rockets, the two 400 teams in Junior Legion, will play a pair of games against one another Monday, and those do count towards the statewide standings. Pitch a ball, throw back to first, and Ness gets back, but those will be a noon start. That'll be a full day of baseball, and then the Comets will face Jamestown that night at 5:30. So it's going to be a full day Monday. Hopefully the weather cooperates. Looks like tomorrow there is some rain in the forecast. We'll see. 2-1, now 3-1 to Suda. Check the runner. They will throw back. Ellert keeping a close eye on Ness. And of course, as a base runner, it's a little tougher to try and kind of manage your lead, trying to manage things against a left-hander. He'll go to the plate this time, and a foul will turn the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2 delivery and dribbler out to second. They'll try and get the lead base runner, and they do. Out recorded as Starion goes to Cox. They'll take care of Ness at second for out number one. Suda able to push one past the mound. He'll take over at first in the fielder's choice, and they'll bring up Anthony Breitbach. But it's a good sign. You know, baseball certainly got some interest really with all the programs, at least Fargo, West Fargo anyway, where you've got two junior Legion teams. West Fargo's got a couple. Got the Fargo Bombers up north, and that is a good sign that there's interest. And strong interest outside. Breitbach, and it's 1-0. Really, that junior Legion statewide has really kind of started to take a life of its own with enough interest, kind of that younger level, 15, 16 or so, throw back to first, and diving back in time is Suda. It's now 1-1 to Breitbach. You know, enough where you can establish basically a statewide league and have your own state tournament. It was in Jamestown last year, and Grand Forks, I believe, coming up towards the end of July. 2-1 now to Breitbach. Wyatt Clark is on deck. I believe it's 9, because you have the two here with the Rockets and the Astros. West Fargo's got a pair of teams. The delivery is low. Kindred and Castleton, Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks. Grand Forks, really a strong team last year. They have elected to kind of go the Junior Legion route for their second team, that younger squad. 3-1 and a strike. Another full count here is Ellert. 17 pitches here in the inning, 3-2. Payout pitch, runner stays put, and it's ball 4. So 2 on, 1 out here for the Astros. I'll bring up Wyatt Clark. First baseman wears number 18. A lot of the Astros playing in high school at Fargo Davies for the most part. It's a drive right center field. Over into the gap, racing over, and Jar with a nice grab. Lead runner will try to tag. It'll be a play at third, throw to third, and they got him in time for the out. Well done on the relay there, and it turns into a 9-4-5 double play as a nice running catch by Jar and turns it into 2 outs. 1 hit, 1 left for the Astros in the bottom of the first. Playing 9 tonight here to start the season at Starion. It's 2-0 Barnesville.
Post 400 baseball is back, and we have all the dominant performances.
Rounding third is Oliver Luck. He will come in, and the throw won't be in time, and Easton Rarick with a 2-run single to right, and it's 10-4.
And all the big moments.
Back inside, ground ball to second. Flip to Rarick for 1, on to first, rack him up for 2. Throw back to third, they get a triple play. It will go 4, 6, 3, 5 on the triple play. Everybody in the infield got their turn.
Looking for something handmade, unique, and full of personality? Mandy's of FargoND.com features creative gifts, home decor, accessories, and more. All inspired by family, creativity, and made with heart. Browse dozens of handmade creations, request custom colors or designs, and sign up for the newsletter. Visit Mandy's of FargoND.com and discover something new today. Mandy's of FargoND.com. Handmade, a little weird, totally wonderful.
Good nothing Barnesville, top of the second inning, bottom third of the order. For post 153 to face Olson, and fouled away. Strike 1 by Jackson Berg. Jackson Berg, Logan Ellert, Mason Glenn for Barnesville here in top of inning number 2. Post 400 baseball presented to you by Legacy Plumbing by Doolittle's Wood Fire Grill. The 0-1 is just off the plate, 1-1. I played against Sports and by Vicks in Moorhead. In a new location in Moorhead, 1-1. Sharply hit Backhanded behind the bag. Breitbach, long throw, one bounce, not held at first. That'll skip away from Clark to the sidewall. A breaking stride, Berg, and he will dive headlong into second base. Be an error charge to Breitbach at third, who strong throw across the diamond, try to use that turf to get that bounce, and Clark unable to pick it. And the first error, let's see if they'll actually going to give him a hit on that. They put a hit on the board, so base hit, and they'll maybe tack an error on that to get him to second base. Eller chose bunt and drops a good one, third base line. They will never get him, as Breitbach will just keep that in his pocket. The base runner, the lead base runner, did not advance to third, though. But Eller drops a bunt down for a base hit. Well, he dropped the bunt down for a hit. Well, that was counterproductive, but I'd like to get that base runner to second base. So a single and then an error, putting Berg at second still there. It's a bunt single for Eller, 2 on, nobody out for Mason Glynn. And I wonder if the bunt might be still in order here at this point. No sign of it here, and it's ball 1. That was really a well-placed bunt, and Breitbach didn't charge, so in that case, pitcher's got to be responsible for that side of the diamond. Fouled away, 1-1. So Barnesville, a walk, a single, and then Jar with a 2-run base hit. Again, on a 2-strike pitch, able to fight one off to the opposite field for the early lead. Low, and 2-1 the count. So the Stars, Rockets, and here the Astros getting started, at least at home this week. Comets will start on Monday as things quiet around Starion, at least with Post 400 baseball this coming weekend. Now 3-1 the count. Astros will be in Sioux Falls for a tournament here next weekend. 3-1. And strike, 3-2. Olsen went to couple of 3, actually went to 1 3-ball count. Was in walking Brayton, and the payoff. And ball 4. So that loads him up with nobody out here in the top of the second inning.
First baseman, Major Ness.
And back to the top of the order, Major Ness. Struck out in his first at bat. See how the Astros play this. It'll be about halfway at the corners, even with the bag anyway. Good backhanded snap by Suda. Ball 1 to Major Ness. We'll keep Ness and Frazier back. See if they can. It's early enough. You can swap 2 outs for a run. Up the middle. That's into center for a hit. That'll score Berg. Ellert rounding third. He'll get the windmill around. The throw will come all the way through. Not in time. Ball bounces away. And the runner's Ness was going to head to second base. However, Glynn had made an advance to third, so Ness had to turn and head back. But a 2-run single right back up the box, and it's 4-0. So only 1-0 delivery as Mason Quick will come out for a quick visit, and I think really for like with Mason before the game, it's kind of an early adjustment, I think, for him as well with some of these players' teammates in the high school ranks, but it's kind of early on where these coaching staff's trying to get familiar with these guys a little bit. As we'll have a quick word here. And 5 hits in the inning. They've kind of nickeled and dimed them, but it has been effective to this point. 4-0 your score as the conference of the mound comes to a close. Brayton Walk scored in the first as steps up here. Still nobody out in the second. Astros will travel to Kindred on Thursday. That'll be their first game as far as the state. As far as the Junior Legion schedule goes, they'll play a pair with Kindred's Junior Legion squad, 1-0, and inside Bowl 2, 2-0. On the doubleheader with the Rockets again. Note the time on that Monday, an early start. Game 1 begins at noon right here on Magnitude Sports with Tommy Fox, 2-0. Tommy's got both ends of the double. He'll be baseballed out by about 10 o'clock on Monday. 2-0 the count. But he's young and vibrant. He'll be ready to go. (2-0) from Olson. Foul. 2 balls, 1 strike. As mentioned, the Astros will be in Sioux Falls for a tournament 12th, 13th, and 14th. I believe the Rockets are there as well. They are. They'll both be down there next weekend. 2-1. Drive to center. Over into right center. Pfeiffer gets there, reaches up, catch is made. For the first out, the runners will stay put. 1 away in the second. 4-0 Barnesville as Elias Cox singled, stole a base, scored in the first. If you're Olson, you want to. It's an early deficit here, but a lot of outs to try and get. You want to do a little damage control here. Good fastball. Fastball's got some movement on it, looks like. That one kind of tailing away from the right-handed hitter, and it's 0-1. One strike pitch, low. Backhanded stab by Suda will level the count at 1 apiece. One pitch, fouled off to the right now to play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Astros will have a home game as well. Minnesota team Perham will be here on the 11th for a pair of games starting at 5:30. There's a lot of Minnesota teams, still section tournaments going on. And the 1-2 fouled off to the right now to play. And Perham, which has had such a great high school program the last handful of years, multiple trips to Minnesota AA state tournament. And they are a favorite in their section. It'll be 8AA. 1-2. Fastball struck him out. Again, good movement on that pitch from Olson, tailing away from the hitter, and he picks up a strikeout, his second. And Brennan Court to the plate. Line to second, made good contact. Line drive to second. That was snared by Frazier. And the pitch up high for a ball. It's 1-0. 7th batter of the inning. Barnesville hit 6 in the first, got a couple, and did their damage early here in this inning to extend their lead to 4 early on. 1-0 on the pitch. That is fought off and foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Astros will get, we'll go to Kindred on Thursday, starting at around 5:30 for that. And the delivery outside 2-1, and kind of, I think that helped to establish the kind of that Junior Legion kind of stand on its own a little bit more, where second teams from Kindred and Castleton as well, post 117, post 115. Set and Olson deals on 2-1. It is a strike 2-2, and they added their numbers to add a second team and decided against putting them, say, in Class B to play against kind of the road programs, and decided to kind of move up in weight class. 2-2. That's in the left for a base hit. Glenn at third. He is going to be held up as throw back in from Nedham. They're loaded with 2 out. It's Court able to fight one off. We've seen a couple of the Barnesville hitters able to see the ball through the strike zone and take it into left field. So they're loaded now with 2 out for Matthew Jar, who on a 2-strike pitch singled in 2 in the first. Called strike outside corner, and it's now 0-1. Big batter to try and get here for Olson. Approaching 50 pitches total, foul at the plate, and 2 strikes. Oh-2 delivery, outside 1-2. Tournaments, of course, Starion Bank Field will be one of the sites for the Jim Peterson tournament at the end of June. Swing and a miss, pull the string on strike 3, applies the tag on Jar. That'll end the inning. But a couple of strikeouts in the inning. And they'll do it. Barnesville, 4 hits and a couple of runs to stretch the lead out. Inning and a half complete. They have a 4-0 lead. Now the Astros were back from Starion in just a moment.
Don't want to talk about it? We do.
I don't know you.
But I've been you.
And I'll listen. Just let it out.
Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Pulse 400 Baseball here in Magnitude Sports, presented to you by J. Dietz Construction, Valley Service, good folks at Bell Bank, member FDIC, and Hogue Diesel Service and Truck Repair. We encourage you to patronize those businesses, or at least say thanks for making our broadcast possible throughout the summer, whether it be the Astros, Rockets, Comets, and Stars. Oh my, 4-0 as we go to the bottom of the second inning, as Ellert to Olson, little dribbler up the first base line, will take a right turn and go foul for strike 1. Olson, Nedham, and Healy in the bottom of the second inning for the Astros. Nothing lead here early on as Ellert delivers a swing and a foul at the plate. Just got a piece of it, and 2 strikes here to Caleb Olson. Two-strike pitch, trying to get him to chase. Missed outside, 1-2 the count. That's, coach will tell you, that's a good miss. You know what, you see if you can send one out there and see if you'll take the bait. Went back outside, off the glove of Ellert, able to stay with it. Cox on to first, and not held by Major Ness. Ball gets away. That will get Olson to second. Throw there is offline, backed up by Cox, and that will get Olson to first. Infield hit, second on the error. This was off the glove of Ellert, but really didn't deflect that far, as looks like Zahir Miller is going to come in and run at second base. He will run, courtesy run for the pitcher, Caleb Olson. Jackson Nedham will hit now, but able to just get a piece of it. I don't think it really got too much on it, as a swing and a miss by Nedham for strike 1. Cox able to stay with it, throw. Ness trying to make that short hop pick and unable to do so. So 0-1. Keep a watchful eye on Miller at second. in his hands, 1-1. Miller's digging for third. Throw is high, and that goes into left field, knocked down by shortstop Cox, and he may have saved a run in the process. So, read there by Miller, a good throw. They may have a chance to get him as that pitch in the dirt, wild pitch. And that'll get Zahir Miller to third. It's a 1-1 count. Little risk reward there with nobody out. Swing and a miss, and 1 ball, 2 strikes to net him. Ness and Glenn in a couple of steps at third. And 2-2 we've seen with Ellert on the downward plane in that delivery. He's missing down to the strike zone. Strike 3, got him looking. Well, the outer half is his first strikeout, 1 away. For the extra hitter, the Astros hitting 10, Easton Healy at the plate. Play the infield, close to halfway, I guess. 1-0 the count. Feels like halfway, of course, on the infield turf. He hit one sharply. And the 1-0. Healy up the middle, through, base hit. Now they get the Astros on the board. Miller scores as Healy, good piece of hitting there, right back up the box. It's 4-1.
Center fielder number 4, Owen Pfeiffer.
Owen Pfeiffer, center fielder, wears number 4. Steps in for the Astros as Ellert deals, and it is upstairs for ball 1. Downstairs in 2-0 to Pfeiffer. Frazier on deck. And the delivery pitch is a strike, throw back to first high. And the runner back in time. Well, high school seasons ending in North Dakota last weekend with state tournaments. 2-1 of the delivery is low, 3-1 the count. Post 400, the few members state A champion. Congrats to the Fargo South Bruins, their first title in 15 years. 3-1. And the delivery. Ball 4 to Pfeiffer. And here come the Astros. 2 on, 1 out. So, guessing in 2011, that would have been Donnie Bryant would probably have been coaching the Bruins back then. 2 on and 1 out. And I got a thumbs up from that's what I thought. But I just had to throw it out there. Blaine Frazier, second baseman, wears number 2, and outside for ball 1. One-0 delivery. The Bruins call Starion Bank Field home. Striking 1-1, even though the Legion seasons have started. Things have been active here at the ballpark with Oak Grove and South playing their home games here. 1-1, swing and a miss. 1-2 to Frazier. Starion hosted some junior college baseball as North Dakota State College of Science played a handful of games up here as well. 1-2. Out of play foul. And Starion kind of became their temporary home. Jack Junker, who's head man now of the Comets, is the head coach of the Wildcats and has got that program on upward projection. 1-2, got him looking. Changing speed, strike 3 call. 2-away here in the second. It's 4-1, and they'll bring up the 10 batter in the order in Carson Hayes. Ellert, 39 pitches, and that's going to be it for him, I believe, as a pitching change coming, and looks like it is going to be, it's like Tyson Anderson is going to be next up pitching-wise. So Ellert kind of trying to get some arms in here and kind of keep pitch counts reasonable here as Anderson will get the call, so a pitching change. And a quick break in the action here. The Astros with 1, runners at first and second, 2 out. Barnesville leads 4-1. Quick break, back with in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
It's payback time.
You wouldn't want officials ruining your game day at home, so don't ruin it for them on the field or court. Respect officials. That's one way you can serve, stand, and score. This message brought to you by Magnitude Sports.
Ellard finished at 40 pitches, able to retire 5 batters, give up a couple of singles as Anderson on to pitch, and try and catch the defensive changes here as well. So Carson Hayes will face the right-hander. Ellard on the hook for right now for the base runners as check the rest of the defense here. Like Strand has gone to third. Major Ness is at first, or excuse me, he's at second. Try and catch the other defensive changes as well. And the delivery outside, ball 1. It's going to kind of feel like when you watch or listen to a Major League spring training game and they're bringing in guys and some guys you aren't quite familiar with that have numbers in the 80s and 90s. I don't know if it's going to be like that, but there'll be some movement around the diamond tonight. 2-0 the count. Just try and get some guys some playing time and get ready for a busy summer of baseball. 2-0 now to Hayes, and the delivery is a little looper right center field. That is going to land for a base hit. Bounces away as runner's going to try and score. Healy's going to try and score. Now they're going to put the brakes on him as he wisely scampers back to third. So a single for Hayes. I don't know if he was going on contact there with 2 out, but a little bit surprised he didn't score on that. But a base hit. So Healy to third, Pfeiffer to second, and that will bring up Ethan Ness, top of the order here for the Astros. The delivery, sharply hit ball out to short, down to a knee. They'll flip to Ness at second as Cox on to Major Ness at second, and the side is retired. Astros do pick up a run as they'll pick up a run. 3 hits, 1 error, and they leave them loaded. After 2, 4-1 Barnesville over the Astros on Magnitude Sports.
Just off 52nd Avenue South in Prairie Grove is your neighborhood South Fargo spot, Frank's Lounge. Frank's Lounge offers a fun, comfortable atmosphere and daily food specials you can view right as you walk in. Kristen says,
Love Frank's, our go-to place when we have company get-togethers and always get the best service. We would definitely recommend. We love Frank's Lounge.
Frank's Lounge is open daily and kids, when accompanied by an adult, are welcome all day, Sunday through Tuesday, and until 3:30 p.m. the rest of the week. Don't forget to take home a Frank's Lounge t-shirt or hat. Frank's Lounge, 2640 52nd Avenue South in Fargo. Stop in tonight.
Men grow up hearing,
be a man. Never show any fear, kid. You gotta be tough.
Push through the pain. Don't be weak. Man, it's time to change the narrative. Our mental health is just as important as our physical health.
Let it out.
It's okay to feel. Speak up, because the life you save could be your own.
Pulse for Runner Baseball, brought to you on Magnitude Sports by Frank's Lounge. Today is Tuesday, which I think is still the wings and fries special at Frank's Lounge. This is not a paid endorsement, but I can tell you, I would highly recommend it. That is a good spot if you want the boneless wings, if you want the bone-in wings. You you get your money's worth. It is a 4-1 game as we go to the top of the third inning. Jake Strand will lead things off. He moved to third after the change. We can close the book on Ellert as well, inning at 2/3, 4 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Slowly hit to third as Breitbach on to first, not in time. That'll be an infield hit. Strand at infield single as second straight inning that post 153 has gotten the leadoff ban on to get the inning started. Jackson Berg, infield hit, took second on an error, came around to score as a pair of 2-run hits, one from Jar, one from Major Ness. Barnesville the early advantage, pitches a strike, and it is 0-1. Throw to first gets away, and that's into right field, and Strand will get second base. So 0-1 the count, error charged to the catcher Suda, and that gets a runner to second. 0-1. The second error is charged to the, I have the Astros 4 here so far this evening. Swing little looper, right center field. That will drop, base hit in the right center. Strand will get to third, and stop sign there as the throw comes through up the line, and they don't knock it down. Nobody covering home plate. A run scores to make it 5-1. So Berg a single, throw well up the line to the first base side. And the runner had pretty much checked in at third, but nobody able to knock that ball down. Ball got away, and nobody covering home plate. So a single and an error, allowing Strand to score. So a 5-1 game. A couple of errors on a clean start to the inning. That is flipped down the left field line and will land foul off the bat of Ellert. And it is 1 strike the count. So Ellert did stay in the game after he left the mound after 40 pitches. Hit a bunt single, dropped one down the third base line for a hit. In his first at bat, 1-1 the count now. A couple of errors in the inning, leading to some extra bases and a run. And again, it's early, and these are, coaches will call you correctable mistakes. 1-1. Outside, 2-1. It's like in the case of a pitcher, what do I back in a situation? What base am I backing up? Am I whether to the plate or third or whatever the case may be? 2-1. Popped up. We'll see if it's playable. Foul ground for Suda. He'll give it a peek. Drops down below in the stands. A for effort for the gentleman down below trying to reach across and try and make a play on that ball. 2-2. Olsen changing speeds, trying to will that one back to the back door and missed it. 3-2. Payoff, went back outside corner, strike 3, got him looking. It's 5 strikeouts now for Olsen as one down, runner at second. Tyson Anderson is hitting in the spot of Mason Glenn in the batting order. So Glenn in a walk while he was in there. Strike call, 0-1. So Anderson in the 9 spot, that would make sense where those defensive changes. That moves Strand over to third. 2 strikes the count now. Again, we'll get to the bottom of the inning. We'll try and recalibrate, get everybody situated defensively. Overhand delivery, got him at 3 pitches. Good sequence there from Olsen. He now has 6 strikeouts. And Major Ness will hit for the third time as we're here in the top of the third inning. He's on a pace to hit 9 times. I don't think that's going to happen, but we've seen stranger things. Ness, 2-run single up the middle. Outside for ball 1 here. It's 1 for 2. One-0 pitch is popped up. Foul ground as room near the coach's box. Foul territory, and that's hauled in by Clark. And the inning is over as Barnesville takes advantage of a couple of miscues here in the third. They do get a run. Back to a 4-run lead. Barnesville leads the Astros 5-1 here at Starion Bank Field. And we'll be right back.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
It's 5-1 as we go to the last of the third here from Starion Bank Field in Fargo, and our usual perch. Behind home plate, Ben Suda will lead things off. Let's look at the defensive alignment. Strand's at third. I believe Ellert went to first, if I've got this right. Ness moved from first to second. I think that's about all for the defensive changes here for Barnesville. Post 153. Suda hit into a fielder's choice at his first at bat, and he drives one to right, sliced into the corner, and then will land foul for strike 1. Olsen, 6 strikeouts for the Astros, and in that time that strikeout pitch has been there. Barnesville's done a good job of taking some balls the other way. Just trying to make contact, and really a couple of errors that last inning, allowing that run to score. 1-1, Suda, Breitbach, and Clark. This, again, a 9-inning game. Exhibition really game for both sides. Post 400 Comets have a pair of games. They'll actually have a league game to start. That'll be tomorrow down at Wahpeton. It's Post 20 at John Randall Field. Down low, 2-1 to Suda. Then they go to Hillsborough Friday. Their first home game will be on the 8th. One change in Class A in the East region, 2-1. That is into left center and down for a base hit for Suda. So Suda base hit. That is hit number 5 now for the Astros, and we'll bring up Breitbach. Defensive alignment, outfield still the same for Barnesville. Strand went from second to third, Major Ness from first to second, and Ellert went to first. Runner going as trying to offer an bunt attempt was Breitbach. Stealing second is Suda. So 1 strike to Breitbach, who walked in the first. So just the defensive changes stayed on the infield for Barnesville as Anderson checks the runner at second, and he will step off. set. Good break. Runner heads for third as the pitch is a strike and the throw getting away. Did it hit? I'm not sure if it hit Breitbach or not. The ball ended up in foul territory towards the Astros dugout. It's a stolen base. Suda, a really good jump. Really stole that of the pitcher. Throw, Brayton, I think it might have hit the batter. 0-2. Popped up. Ness behind second. Staying with it with the wind and makes the catch for the first out. So one away, big out there is it'll be up to Wyatt Clark, who flying to right that turned into a double play as Suda was cut down trying to tag up an advance as that ended things in the first. The Astros have put some traffic on the base paths. That one just missing off the plate. And it's 1-0 to Clark. Runner got cut down at third to end the inning. Got a run, put 4 base runners on in the second. Only got 1 out of it. Left the bases loaded. Inside. And clips the inside corner. 1-1. Key here to try and got a runner here. Less than 2 outs. Runner at third. And Barnesville, where the infield's aligned, is willing to concede a run. Sharply hit to second. Ness checks the runner back to third. Now runs the runner back to third and throws it away. Suda dashes for the plate, and he is in, and Clark will end up at second. 5-2. Sharply hit enough where Major Ness checked the runner back. That was the way to go on that, but it's a long throw to make, and that one took off. So fielder's choice, it's an error on the throw, allowing Suda to score, and gets Clark all the way to second, so a 5-2 game. Something like that, you at least have to get an out of that. Even if the runner scores on that, you know, at this point, you've got to lead and swap a run for an out, especially this early in the game. But Astros able to take advantage. 1 strike to Caleb Olson. Fouls the first pitch off to the right, now to play. The delivery is outside. 1-1 the count. Olsen singled, scored in the second. Easton Healy brought him home with an RBI single. There's a called strike. The outside corner, 1-2. As a whole, he's done a pretty good job. Anderson has keeping it out of the middle of the plate. Court will shade the batter to pull, kind of playing the wind into right center. Low, 2-2 the count. Payoff pitch lined on 1 hop to short. They'll go to third, and Clark is caught in a rundown. Strand fakes and eventually puts the tag on him for the out. He did a nice job, didn't he? He just kind of ran at him, faked the throw, and that was really well done. Cox over to Strand, and Clark is cut down in the rundown. 6-5 for the second out. Olson at first. Zahir Miller will be the courtesy runner with 2 out. I'll bring up Jackson Nedham. Struck out looking against Ellert in the second. Slide step to the plate and hit in the air right side of the infield. It'll be Major Ness to give way to Ellert. Ellert makes the catch, and the inning is over as the Astros get a run back, a run and a hit. There was an error, and 1 left on. We're through 3 here at Starion Bank Field. Barnesville leads at 5-2 on Magnitude Sports.
Gather up the sports and fitness gear you aren't using anymore and sell it to Play It Again Sports. We will review your gear and choose what we purchase based on condition, brand, and store demand. We will then pay you on the spot, or you can receive additional incentive if you trade towards used or new products in the store.
American Legion Baseball. A winning tradition since 1925. Thousands of young athletes have participated, and countless lives have been changed.
And that was the fun part of summer ball and Legion was we just played. At that stage, I think everything's so pure. You're just wanting to play ball. I would 100% recommend it.
Legion Baseball is one of many programs of the American Legion, supporting our children, our military, and their families. Find out more about how we continue to serve America.
Five runs, 7 hits for Barnesville, as a couple of errors in the field for the Astros. 2 runs on 5 hits and 3 errors as we head to the top of the 4th. Olson, and he'll deliver strike 1 to Ben Brayton, who has walked and came around to score in the first, flying to center in the 2nd inning. See the view from the center field camera is that one fouled away in 2 strikes. Brayton, Elias Cox, and Brennan Court in the top of the 4th inning. The delivery. Astros got a run on a throwing error, but to Barnesville's credit, they've cut down a couple of runners. One on a good relay. Runner trying to advance on a fly ball. And took advantage there with Clark trying to get an extra base with the play in front of him, and Strand really ran that run down well. Took a base runner out in the inning, ground ball wide of 3rd and foul. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. And in that rundown situation, I think players going to get in trouble when they're looking to throw right away. Sometimes you got to run at him first. Trying to put that runner in a situation where they don't have an option. They've got to get to, back to the closest base they can, and if you throw it too quick, it turns into a snowball fight, and there's a chance the ball gets thrown away, hits the base runner. A lot of things that can go awry and play like that. 2-2, got him looking. On the inner half of the plate looked like at the knees, and Brayton caught window shopping for the first out.
Shortstop Elias Cox.
Elias Cox has singled, scored in the first, struck out of the second. And Olson deals, swinging a high fly ball, left center field, over into the gap, as staying with it, and ball is hauled in. Nice catch by Nedham in left field. Again, fly balls of the wind, the way it is tonight, breezy night, is nothing of the quote-unquote routine. He was able to stay with it, make the grab, and 2 away in the 4th. And Olson looking for a clean inning here in the 4th, and he is 67% of the way there. Here's Brennan Court. Singled in the 2nd, and the delivery. And outside for ball 1. Court's really hit a couple of balls hard. Line to 2nd in the 1st, and then that base into the 2nd. Now 2-0 the count. Ball 3. 3-0 now to Court. Jar on deck. Barnesville 2 in the 1st, and a 2-out 2-run single by Jar. Major Ness 2-run single in the 2nd. Made it 4-0 after an inning and a half. And there's ball 4 as Court is on. 3rd walk issued by Olson in Now 3 2/3. Pitch count unofficially 78. As he works here with 2 down to the 4th for Jar. 1 for 2. 2 strike single in the first, brought home 2. Astros getting runs back in the second and of the third. Easton Healy an RBI single. Run of the third on a throwing error. 1 ball to Jar. And the pitch on the way. A swing and a miss. Late cut, and it's 1-1. Single by Berg. Strand and Berg singles to start things in the third. On Berg's base hit, throw getting through the infield, in fact, to the plate and got away. And that allowed Strand, heads out base running with nobody covering the plate, coming around third and scoring to add a run in the third. 1-1. Called strike, 1-2. Nedham really shallow and left. Pfeiffer will play the batter to pull. Again, left-handed batter, and again the wind basically coming across the diamond. Good break runner going, and a foul to the netting, and we'll try it all again at 1-2. Court got a rather large jump on that one, and Olsen's main focus at the plate here to try and put a goose egg on the board here in the fourth, keep it at a 3-run game. 1-2, got it. Swing and a miss. 2 more strikeouts in the inning. And a scoreless fourth as Barnesville, no runs, no hits. And 1 stranded. Through 3.5, it remains Barnesville with a 5-2 lead on the Post 400 Astros on Magnitude Sports.
When your truck is down, your business is down. That's why drivers across North Dakota and Minnesota trust Hogue Diesel Service in West Fargo. DOT certified in both states. From oil changes to full overhauls, Hogue Diesel Service handles complete truck and trailer repair on all makes and models, heavy and medium duty. Need on-site repair, computer diagnostics, pickup and delivery, 24-hour service? They do that too. Call Hogue Diesel Service today at 701-532-0203. That's 701-532-0203. Hogue Diesel Service LLC, 907 2nd Avenue West.
There's 3 ways you can support Magnitude Sports. First, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. It's 100% free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 month-to-month YouTube memberships. Finally, businesses can choose one of 2 online YouTube sponsorships or contact us for more options. To learn more, click the Join button or give us a call at the number on your screen. Thanks for watching Magnitude Sports.
Astros to the plate, bottom of the fourth. It is a 5-2 lead for Barnesville. Easton Healy, an RBI single in the second, will get things rolling here against the right-hander Anderson. Ball 1. Healy, Pfeiffer, and Frazier here in the last of the fourth inning. Called strike at the letters, 1-1. Have 5 hits here, all singles for the Astros tonight. Ethan Ness with 1 as low in, 2-1. Suda single, came around to score in the third. Caleb Olsen a base hit, likewise Healy, and also Carson Hayes. 2-1, sharply hit out to short. Cox makes the play, fires on the run, and Ellert a good pick at first. Good work on both ends there for out number 1 in the last of the fourth inning. I'll bring up Owen Pfeiffer. Post 400 Baseball and Magnitude Sports presented to you by Play It Again Sports and Mandy's of Fargo, along with Dakota Fins and Feathers and Buffalo Wild Wings. Ball one. Post 400, a big fan of B-dubs. 1-0. And who isn't, really? The Anderson pitch. And delivery there to strike. He is gone now. An inning and 2/3. Ellert threw 40 pitches. Gave up 4 hits, 1 run, pair of walks, couple of strikeouts. Swing and a miss. Someone had some movement on it, and 1-2 to Pfeiffer. Walked in his first plate appearance. Back in the second inning. 1-2 delivery. It'll dribble out to second. Major Ness stays with it, throws him out for out number 2.
Second baseman, Lane Frazier.
Lane Frazier, strikeout victim, was the last batter that Ellert faced in the second. Extra correction on that, he faced one more after that, and the delivery ball one. Other teams at a 1-2-3 inning so far, as inside 2-0 the count. Two-0 pitch. It is ground ball to the right side. Ellert makes the play and will go unassisted, takes it to the bag himself. So Anderson, 3 ground ball outs, and the Astros quickly and quietly down in the 4th. Through 4 here at Starion Bank Field. Barnesville Post 153 with a 5-2 lead in the season opener, and we'll be right back.
Hungry? Get to Vic's for Hamburger Happy Hour. Monday through Friday from 4 to 7 p.m. Get a delicious burger and fries for just $6.50. The kitchen is always cooking at Vic's. We serve up breakfast every day from 9 a.m. to noon, and we're open 365 days a year from 9 a.m. all the way until 2 a.m. Plus, catch regular happy hour every Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and join us for bingo 5 days a week. Come hungry to Vic's, located at 1608 Main Avenue Southeast in Moorhead.
This is Mike from Magnitude Sports. I'd like you to do me a favor if you would. Subscribe to this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. The channel is owned by a family I've known for over 2 decades and features some sports stars from previous Magnitude Sports broadcasts. So if you're the type of guy that likes fishing, hunting, dogs, you can get all that and more right here on the Dakota Fins and Feathers YouTube channel. You can also find them on social media, on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's educational, it's captivating, it's fun. It's Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. Subscribe today.
The pitcher on for the Astros, Segan Middag, is on for Post 400. As close the book on Caleb Olson, he went 4 innings. Totaling up the hits. I am for 7 hits, 5 runs, 3 walks and 8 strikeouts. 8 strikeouts. Impressive through 4. He had 83 pitches while he was in there, 5-2. So Middag is out for the 5th inning. Caleb Olson stays in the game at third base. Check, see if we've got some other defensive changes as well. Ball 1 to Strand. Jake Strand, Jackson Berg, Logan Ellert scheduled hitters for Barnesville. Their season opener. They get DGF coming up on Thursday. Inside now 2-0. Strand struck out looking in the first. Singled, scored in the third. So 1 for 2. Good production up and down the lineup for Barnesville so far. Fouled straight back. 2 balls, 1 strike. Comets, and in Class A in the East region, really the one change. Park River has had a lot of success. In fact, won the Class B North Dakota State baseball title last weekend. Starion hit by the pitch, and onward to first he goes to start the 5th inning. Jackson Berg to the plate, but Park River has opted up to play in the Middle Division, North Dakota Legion baseball, so they'll be in the East region with, so it'll be 9 teams. Comets, Castleton, Kindred, Devils Lake, Valley City's still in the West. Of course, the defending champion Fargo Jets called strike 1-0. West Fargo Vets. Like I said, Devils Lake, Wahpeton, Post 20. I feel like I'm missing one. 0-1. Runner goes, got a good jump, pitch inside, and the throw to second is on line but late. It's a stolen base for Strand. Good jump on that. Got that one, stole that one to the pitcher, and it's a 1-1 count. Griffin Powell, I believe, is at shortstop now for the Astros. Now 2-1 the count. Got some new defensive players in there. Looks like Jake Jorgensen is in left field now for the Astros. Out to short as, throw to first is not in time. Pulled Clark off the bag. Throw took off, and safe will be, at first, will be Jackson Berg. Error on the throw, and the runner ends up at third base as well. Logan Ellert. Like Zahir Miller's in center field for the Astros, and it's like Chris Barch is into the game and right as well for the Astros. So, defensive changes, and again, try and catch those as we go along. Runners in the corners, runner from first goes. They will throw through as not in time. Stolen base for Jackson Berg. Pitch was a ball, 1-0 to Ellert, a bunt single. Came around to score in the second. And struck out looking in the third. So second and third, Barnesville trying to add on. Mid-egg deals. Down and in, 2-0. Strike outside corner, 2-1. Anderson on deck. Barnesville 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third. Astros single runs, second and third, leading by 3 here in the 5th. Strike inside corner, and 2-2 to Ellert. Bouncing ball right side off the glove of Clark. Karams out to second, throw back to first. Clark trying to get back to the bag, and everybody's safe. A run is in. As Strand scores, Berg will end up at third. I give him an infield hit on that. Infield hit for Ellert and a run batted in. It's now a 6-2 game, still no one out here in the 5th. And throw back to first. Clark was not quite at the bag, trying to reach around to the, kind of hunting for the base runner, and back at time, Ellert. Here's Anderson. Struck out in his first at-bat, came into the second to pitch. Mason Glenn started the game with the number 9 spot. As Mid-Egg deals inside. Did it hit him? Yes, it did. They throw it out over to third. The pitch came inside, just glancing off of Anderson. That fills the bases for Major Ness. Well, Ness hit in the first 3 innings. Popped to first in his last at bat, and he'll hit. The base is full. He's 1 for 3, a 2-run single. Back in the second. A chance for Barnesville to bust this one open. Ball 1. Bring the Astros of the infield in now as Mid-Egg working quickly. And ball 2. 2-0 the count. Outfield straight away. Miller's in a couple of steps in center. And the delivery, low, 2-0. That 3-0. 3 balls the count to Major Ness. Jar and Ness, couple of runs batted in. Now Ellert, infield hit with a one batted in as well. And that was ball 4, gets away and will force a run home as Jackson Berg makes it a 7-2 game. So Ness with the bases on balls, knocks in his 3rd run of the evening. Still nobody out. And then he'll bring up Ben Brayton. Infield stays as is here for the Astros as Brayton 0 for 2, walked and scored back of the first. And the pitch, outside ball 1. Swinging a tapper to short. They'll go to the plate, and they get the out there. Nicely done for out number 1. Good play there by Griffin Powell as they get the out as Grant Rader now catching here for the Astros and able to get that play at the plate. So Brayton a fielder's choice. They get Ellert short to the plate for the first out. Everybody else up a bag. Elias Cox, little looper, out back of second. That is going to land for a base hit. Runners now will take off. The throw back into the infield as Anderson scores a base hit. Elias Cox, first pitch swinging, his 2nd hit of the game. He drops a single into right. And scores Anderson with the 3rd of the inning now, and it is now an 8-2 game. Runners up a bag, bases stay loaded, and ball 1 here to Brennan Court. Major Ness at 3rd, Brayton at 2nd. Cox now 2 for 4. Mid-Egg to the set, and the 1-0. Outside ball 2, 2-0 the count. He is at 23 pitches here in the inning. The delivery, it is low, 3-0, 3 balls, no strikes. And ball 4, that'll force in a run. So Court, second base is loaded walk of the inning as 90 feet at a time here for Barnesville as Major Ness crossed to make it a 9-2 game here in the 5th inning. And Matthew Jar to the plate and a strike 0-1. Still 1 out as the 9th batter of the inning. Barnesville hit 8 in the 2nd. Be the first time that they've batted around is able to bust this one open. Tapper, right side up the line. Clark has no play. Everybody hits an infield hit. As Mid-Egg hustling after it, as was Clark. Clark got to it and nobody there to handle things at first base. So Jar an infield hit. And that scores a run. 5th of the inning now to make it be 10-2. And Jake Strand will hit the 2nd time of the inning. So 1 out. Again, just kind of a little infield dribbler where Mid-Egg, the pitcher, came after it. Clark was getting there as well. They kind of nudged each other, and there was nobody there to get to the bag. Starion fouls it away. And it's now 1-1. So Starion started the inning with a hit batsman and a stolen base. Scored a couple of runs and keeping the theme of 90 feet at a time here, and that's what Barnesville's been able to do here in this 5th inning. Overhand delivery is upstairs, 2-1. The base runners now Cox at third, Court at second, and Jar, who has now 3 runs batted in on the game, and a foul makes it 2-2. So Major Ness and also Jar leading Barnesville with 3 runs batted in. Two. And the delivery got him. Swing and a miss for a strikeout. So 2 down. That'll bring up Jackson Berg. 11th batter of the inning as Berg has a pair of singles. Also reached on an error, and he just got hit on that pitch. Brings home a run. It's now 11-2. Berg hit by the pitch, forces Cox home. Again, everybody up 1 at this point. 11-2 your score now is. And we'll bring up, actually will not bring up Ellard, it'll bring up Grady Field to hit. Grady Field, number 7, we saw him as a runner earlier, and the delivery is inside, though, it hops away. Catcher trying to find it, and only locating it Raider, but a run comes across. Scoring is Court. Make it now a 12-2 game. So the wild pitch gets a run in. 7 here in the inning. 7 runs on, I have 3 hits in the inning. Watson hit batters thrown into the mix as well, as there's a strike call. 1-1 to Field. So Barnesville put some traffic on early. Clutch hitting gave them the early lead. And I'm just taking advantage of what's been given to them. Little dribbler mid-egg comes off the mound, underhanded flip to first, and that'll retire the side. 12 bat, 7 score for Barnesville here in the top of the 5th inning. As we are through 4.5, it is 12-2 in favor of Barnesville over the Post 400 Astros on Magnitude Sports.
The Midwest elements are relentless. Is your home ready? At J. Deeds Construction, we've been serving the FM community since 2003. As a proud member of the Building Industry Association, formerly known as Home Builders Association, we specialize in roofing, siding, custom decks, and seamless gutters built for maximum durability. Plus, we offer free seamless gutters with every roof or siding project. Call 701-367-1175 or visit buildwithjdc.com. J. Deeds Construction. If you can dream it, we can build it.
Post 400 Baseball is back, and we have all the dominant performances.
Rounding third is Oliver Luck. He will come in, and the throw won't be in time, and Easton Rarick with a 2-run single to right, and it's 10-4.
And all the big moments.
Back inside, ground ball to second. Flip to Rarick for 1, on to first, rack him up for 2. Throw back to third, they get a triple play. It will go 4, 6, 3, 5 on the triple play. Everybody in the infield got their turn. Carson Hayes will lead things off here for the Astros. 12-2 is Anderson has gone 2 1/3 innings so far. Scoreless work on the mound. Strike one. Hayes singled. Dropped one into right in his first at bat. Here's the 0-1. It is a strike, and it is 0-2. Set the 0-2 pitch inside and scoot out of the way. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Anderson at 32 pitches. That did hit him, so it did clip him. So base runner.
Coming to the plate for the Astros, number 2, Griffin Powell.
As Griffin Powell will hit, so Powell at shortstop. He replaced Ethan Ness in the top half of the inning. He'll hit for the first time. As he shows bunt, pulls back, called strike, 0-1. So Ethan Ness 1 for 2 while he was in the game. Grant Rader he came in to catch for Suda. He is on deck. And Breitbach out of the game is Olson, who started for the Astros, now at third base. Strike called, and it's now 0-2 to Griffin Powell. Ground ball, Ness at second, flip to 1, Cox, or 4-1, Cox on to first, not in time. They take care of the lead base runner, and Powell will take over at first base. So got the out in front of him, and turn by Cox, not in time, but get an out. As Rader to the plate for the first time here in the season, as he came in for Suda to catch in the top half. As the delivery is outside, ball 1. Carson Cantler is in the on-deck circle, as he is now in the 3 spot in the batting order, which was initially occupied by Anthony Breitbach. So I believe we've gotten everybody in now for the Astros tonight. 1-0 in the delivery. Popped up here out in the right center field. Major Ness wanders out, and the catch is made by the right fielder. Is hauled in there by Jar for the out. Major Ness looked like he was running a crossing pattern out there and was able to kind of peel off at the last second, as Jar didn't appear to be too fazed by his teammate there. 2 down. And they'll bring up Carson Cantler. Oh, who do we have visiting? If it's summer and it's Magnitude Sports, we know our guy Jim from Denver, North Carolina, is glued to the broadcast tonight. Cantler, runner goes, got a good jump, and it's fouled to the netting and strike 1. We encourage you to like and subscribe to Magnitude Sports. Or if you'd like to chip in some of your hard-earned bucks to help support these broadcasts, we won't tell you no. 0-1, pitches a ball, throw to second, is not held at second base. Ness trying to make that catch and throw a tag on at the same time. Stolen base now for Powell, and it's a 1-1 count. 12-2, Barnesville breaking this one open with 7 runs in the top half of this inning. We're in the bottom of the 5th. 1-1. Down and in, 2-1 the count. We appreciate you wherever you might be tuned in here. As first of, I don't know what the final count's going to be. We'll be busy over the summer. And 3-1 the count here to Cantler. As far as in-season tournaments, Starion will be one of the hosts of the Jim Peterson tournament. It'll be around the Fargo Moorhead Metro final weekend of June. Ball 4 here to Cantler, and a couple of runners on for the Astros in the 5th, as that'll bring up Wyatt Clark at the Essentia Health tournament, which Starion will be one of the sites. West Fargo, I believe Kindred, and I believe Castleton is as well this year. And will be in the second weekend of July. As far as postseason tournaments, here's the pitch. Clark, ground ball, backhanded. No, gets past Cox into left center field. That'll score a run as Powell comes across. And it's now 12-3. So base hit there for Clark. I believe we'll give him a... I'm going to give him a hit on that single. Run batted in. As Powell scores to make it now a 12-3 game. Second and first as... Who's up? I think it was supposed to be Caleb Olson. It's going to be, well, Segan Middag is... Middag is... Middag taking over at pitcher and a quick hustle up to the box. And the delivery. Swing and a miss, strike one. Jay Jorgensen is in the sixth spot in the batting order. He'd hit next should Midhag reach. The 0-1. It is outside 1-1. Again, kind of has, if it has that exhibition game feel, it's getting everybody a turn, and we try and do our best to catch who we get. The scoring really going to charge as an error to Cox, so no base hit. You're in charge of the shortstop. Now 2-1 to Middag. So errors for Barnesville. Is their third of the game. The 2-1, that one bounces away, comes back right back to the screen where Brayton chases it down. The runners will get a base as Cantler to third and Wyatt Clark to second. That one bounced, looked like in the right-handed hitter's batter's box before it got to the catcher. So 3-1 to Mittag. Boy, base hit here, and the Astros could pack away a little closer. Good swing on that one, fouls it away, and 3-2 now to Segan Middag. Brandon says this is better than a Twins game. Some nights you wouldn't be wrong on that. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch in the air, left center field as Cox getting twisted around, diving, can't make the play. 2 runs are going to score on the play. It's a 2-run single. Segan Middag as shortstop Cox got twisted and turned around and unable to make the catch in left center field. 2 runs are in. It's now 12-5. I'll bring up Jay Jorgensen. Came in for Nedham in left field, and it's his first Legion at bat. Wasting no time, base hit, right field. Middag to second, and he will check in there. So I like the approach, aggressive approach. See it and hit it, and he will serve one into right for a base hit. So the Astros keeping the line moving with 2 out. 4 straight batters have reached, and I think this is going to be it here. Well, trip to the mound coming. We'll see if it is it. Pitching-wise here for Anderson. Nope, they'll keep him in there. Just a trip to the mound, a little pep talk more than anything else is. So Middag, and now Jorgensen, a couple of hits, and that puts second and first now at 2 down. Chris Barch to the plate as hitting in Healy's spot in the batting order. And pitch backs him off in ball 1. So first at bat for Barch is guys just being inserted into the lineup here in the inning. And some good swings, swing and a miss, and that'll even things up at 1-1 on the count. Outfield wise Berg straight away and left. Doesn't seem like that wind is dying down much. That flag is moving with plenty of gusto out in the right center field fence beyond the wall. Strike in 1 and 2. Starion will host the Class A East Region Tournament. Comets will host that the end of July, which will be 9 teams, so it'll be a play-in game into that. 4, of course, move on to the state tournament. 1-2. It is outside 2 and 2. State tournaments this year. As mentioned, the Junior Legion tournament is in Grand Forks. Class A state out at Offutt Stadium in Williston. AA state tournament up in North Fargo and Central Plains in Mandan. Off the middle of the catcher. Brayton will chase it down, but not before the runners able to advance. Pass ball. Jorgensen to second. Mid-egg to third now. And it's a 3-2 count to Barch. Zahir Miller is in the on-deck circle as Anderson really had a couple of clean innings. Got nicked for a run in the third, a clean fourth, and now ball 4. So that loads him up. Zahir Miller to the plate.
Number 13, Zaire Miller.
He is the 8th batter of the inning, and the Astros put 10 in the lineup here in this exhibition game. Miller a foul at the plate and strike 1. Saw Miller is a courtesy runner earlier, now into the game in center field, where Owen Pfeiffer began the game here for the post-400 Astros. 0-1 the count. Anderson delivers, chop foul and 2 strikes, and good chunk of this damage here with 2 out in the inning. Clark reaching on an air. Mittag 2-run single. Base runners now Mittag at third. Jorgensen at second and Barch at first. And the count 2 strikes. Sharply hit, and that one eats up the shortstop Cox. That's in to left center field. That'll score a pair as Jorgensen comes across to third. Goes Barch. Now 12-7 here in the 5th. A single for Zahir Miller. He'll bring home a pair of runs, and that's going to be it here for Anderson. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight batters reaching with 2 out. That'll be it for Anderson as he will go 3 full innings. As Miller, a 2-run single, and that will bring in a new pitcher. That's going to move Jake Strand. So Strand becomes the 3rd pitcher of the game here for Barnesville. 3 innings for Anderson. And we'll get you the rest of his numbers here. First pitching change and a break in the action. 2-out rally, and the Astros chipped away at that lead. They've sliced it in half. It's 12-7 Barnesville. We're back in a moment.
Post 400 baseball is back, and we have all the dominant performances.
Rounding third is Oliver Luck. He will come in, and the throw won't be in time. And Easton Rarick with a 2-run single to right, and it's 10-4.
And all the big moments.
Back inside, ground ball to second. Flip to Rarick for 1, on to first. Rack him up for 2. Throw back to third, making a triple play. It will go 4, 6, 3, 5 on the triple play. Everybody in the infield got their turn. So Strand on to pitch for Barnesville, and I think there's some corresponding defensive changes as well. Anderson goes 3 innings. So far here in the inning for the Astros, got 3 hits. Four hits allowed by Anderson, by my numbers, is Runners on the corners. Runner from first is going, and no throw. They look towards third as Blaine Frazier takes ball one. Stealing second was Zahir Miller. And the delivery, a strike, and it is 1-1. 5 runs, and I have just a handful of these as unearned runs. Frazier is 0 for 2, grounded to first in his last at bat. Strand deals, swing and a miss. Extend to the strike zone, pitch up of the zone. It's 1-2. Berg deep and left, and now 2-2 the count. Long fifth inning on both sides, and I think just, literally everybody has hit on both sides. Barnesville hit 12 in their half of the fifth inning. And the Astros putting 10 on the batting order, and this is number 10 right here. Out to short. Couple of hops to Cox. Gets set. Throws a strike on to first in time. And that will end the inning as Court is now at first base for Barnesville. And that will end the inning. Short to first to end it. The Astros score 5, little 2-out rally. They're back in it. It's 12-7 Barnesville after 5 here at Magnitude Sports.
Looking for something handmade, unique, and full of personality? Mandy's of FargoND.com features creative gifts, home decor, accessories, and more. All inspired by family, creativity, and made with heart. Browse dozens of handmade creations, request custom colors or designs, and sign up for the newsletter. Visit Mandy'sOfFargoND.com and discover something new today. Mandy's of FargoND.com. Handmade, a little weird, totally wonderful.
Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
New pitcher on for the Astros. Carson Hayes is on to pitch. If we can get the defensive alignment here. Barch in right field. Zahir Miller is in center. Jay Jorgensen now in left field. So new outfield. Well, they came in last inning. With Rader behind the plate. Cantler at third base now for the Post 400 Stars. Bryson Christopherson hitting in Anderson's spot in the batting order. High hopper off the mound. Hayes off the mound. A throw to first in time. One pitch and one out. So Christopherson hitting for the first time. This was an Anderson spot in the batting order. One away in the sixth in a 12-7 game here in this exhibition. Major Ness up for the fifth time. That's a hit, a walk, 3 runs batted in and a run scored. He is officially 1 for 3. And strike one, swing and a miss. So Candler at third. It's like Frazier's moved to shortstop now for the Astros. 1-1 the count. Clark still at first. Check and see who's at second now for the Astros. The delivery is inside. 2-1 to Major Ness. I think Midegg is, like they moved him to second base. 2-1, and ball 3 to Ness. Everybody in both lineups got to hit at least once. Barnesville batted 12. The Astros batted 10 in that fifth inning. There's ball 4. And Ness is on. Anderson, 3 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs. And all 5 is unearned, 2 walks and a strikeout. And Ben Brayton scored a couple of runs. Fielder's choice in his last at bat. He's also walked. And ball 1. 0 for 2 on the game. One-0 delivery. Ground ball out to second. Bobbled, and they'll get the play at first. They do turn it. Nicely done. They turn the double play. They go 4-6-3 on that. Well done on the twin killing. Knocked it down, but able to recover, and just like that, they double out Brayton. First double play turn of the season for the Astros, and a scoreless 6. 12-7 Barnesville's. We're through 5.5.
Just off 52nd Avenue South in Prairie Grove is your neighborhood South Fargo spot, Frank's Lounge. Frank's Lounge offers a fun, comfortable atmosphere and daily food specials you can view right as you walk in. Kristen says,
Love Frank's, our go-to place when we have company get-togethers, and always get the best service. We would definitely recommend. We love Frank's Lounge.
Frank's Lounge is open daily, and kids, when accompanied by an adult, are welcome all day, Sunday through Tuesday, and until 3:30 p.m. the rest of the week. Don't forget to take home a Frank's Lounge t-shirt or hat. Frank's Lounge, 2640 52nd Avenue South in Fargo. Stop in tonight.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
All kinds of defensive changes for Barnesville. Let's kind of get you caught up on those. A lot of those came with a pitching change with Major Ness now at third base. Cox still at short. Berg at second. Court moves from center field to first base. Field is now in center. Grady Field in center field. Bryson Christofferson is in left as first pitch, strike 1. Carson Hayes started in right field, now pitching. He has singled and been hit by a pitch. So 1 for 1. Be 10-1-2 in the batting order. 1-1 the count. Strand, the third pitcher of the night for post 153 inside, and it's now 2 balls and 1 strike. Powell and Rader, scheduled hitters to follow here for post 400 Astros. 2-1, 12-7. Barnesville has led pretty much from the get-go. 3-1 the count. The Astros down 12-2 going into their half of the fifth, and one of those damage done. With 2 out in the inning, fouled away, and they'll try it again at 3-2. Anderson threw 59 pitches in 3 innings. Fly ball center field, playable. As Field comes in, makes the catch, and out number 1. Hayes is retired as sunshine is turned into clouds. Hopefully the rain stays away tomorrow. The Rockets make their season debut against the West Fargo Rattlers tomorrow. Foul at the plate as Griffin Powell. Fielder's choice and scored in the fifth. 5:30 and 7:30 tomorrow on right here at Magnitude Sports. One strike and upstairs 1-1 the count. Let's look at the radar, and yeah, there's some things firing up out to our west as in and around the Jamestown area and another area of some heavier thunderstorms kind of up northeastern North Dakota up towards the international border. Right now we're in the clear here in the Red River Valley. 2-1. Good pitch. Strike inside corner. 2-2. Strand working quickly. Fouled off to the right. Now to play. And still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Unofficially 8 hits. I have the Astros 4 this evening. 2-2. Into the air, left center field. Field coming over. Has it measured. Reaches up. Puts that one away for out number 2. I'll bring up Grant Rader.
Number 9, Grant Rader.
Rader flying to right in his first at bat. Came in the 5th inning. Suda started behind the plate. Called strike 0-1. Astros were set down to the 4th. They've not had a 1-2-3 inning in the field, although they faced the minimum 3. Turned a sharp-looking double play. Sharply hit. Backing up on it, Cox. Deep short. On to first. And, boy, nice pick over there at first. Well done by Court at first. Short hop pick. And a 1-2-3 inning. Good work defensively on both ends. The Astros down in order quickly and quietly. Scoreless 6th after 6. Still 12-7 Barnesville.
Gather up the sports and fitness gear you aren't using anymore and sell it to Play It Again Sports. We will review your gear and choose what we purchase based on condition, brand, and store demand. We will then pay you on the spot, or you can receive additional incentive if you trade towards used or new products in the store.
Your truck is down, your business is down. That's why drivers across North Dakota and Minnesota trust Hogue Diesel Service in West Fargo. DOT certified in both states. From oil changes to full overhauls, Hogue Diesel Service handles complete truck and trailer repair on all makes and models, heavy and medium duty. Need on-site repair, computer diagnostics, pickup and delivery, 24-hour service? They do that too. Call Hogue Diesel Service today at 701-532-0203. That's 701-532-0203. Hogue Diesel Service LLC, 907 2nd Avenue West in West Fargo.
Elias Cox leads things off here in the 7th. It is 12-7 Barnesville as Hayes a scoreless 6th. And ball 1 here. Low and away, Elias Cox. Brennan Court, Matthew Jarr for Barnesville. Season opener for both teams. Again, this was a late addition to the schedule. In fact, this got this settled in, Friday, I believe it was, when at least that's what I first heard of it. Good to add another game, and I imagine probably with Barnesville's, with the high school season coming to a close. Inside, had to skedaddle out of the way of that one as Hayes buzzed the tower, 3-0. Cox singled, stole a base, scored in the first, struck out of the second, flied to left in the 4th, and an RBI single the 5th. And a 4-pitch walk will start things here in the 7th. Walk number 6 issued by Astros pitching tonight.
Center fielder, Brennan Court.
And here's Court. Court started at center field. He is now at first. Bases loaded walk. Later came around to score in that 7-run 5th inning. Ball one, first 5 out of the zone here from Hayes to begin the 7th. Court has 1 hit, pair of walks, and a run batted in tonight. Low 2-0. Lights are on here at Starion Bank Field as we approach the 2-hour mark of this one. Playing 9 tonight. There's a strike. 2-1. As a whole, if you're not familiar, there'll be a lot of doubleheaders, 7-inning doubleheaders. Occasionally, if you get one, play 9. In this case, kind of more of an exhibition feel to it. Striking 2-2. I'm trying to recall Post 400. I know that Barnesville has played here. I want to say they've been here for the Essential Health Tournament in years past, 2-2. Swinging a fly ball to right field. Barch over, reaches up, and he'll make the catch. Round number 1. I recall them playing here, and I think it was probably in that Essential Health Tournament either last year or maybe a couple of years ago. It's the first time I recall that they've been here for a regular season game. And the delivery, it is in the dirt. That one hops away from Rader. He'll chase it down as big turn by Elias Cox, and he will hold at second for the time being. Jar, 2 hits, 3 runs batted in tonight. He's 2 for 4. And the 1-0, swing and a miss. The bright pink batting gloves they catch your attention. Swing and a miss in 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Barnesville had the lead at 12-2, 7-run 5th inning. Astros will get 5 of their own. From Hayes, that one got away. That one back to the backstop, and on to third goes Elias Cox on the wild pitch. That one got away from him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. See if the less than 2 out here, if this will bring the infield in for Post 400. He'll stay back 2-2. And a drive into center. So here Miller with the catch. Cox will try and score. Here comes the throw to the plate. There's the slide, the tag, and they got him for the out. Strong throw from Miller. Cox trying to maneuver around the tag and could not. 8-2 in 2 straight innings, ending on a double play. This one 8-2. Miller on to Rader, cuts down the runner at the plate. Time to stretch him out after 6.5. It's 12-7 Barnesville.
Hungry? Get to Vic's for Hamburger Happy Hour. Monday through Friday from 4 to 7 p.m. Get a delicious burger and fries for just $6.50. The kitchen is always cooking at Vic's. We serve up breakfast every day from 9 a.m. to noon, and we're open 365 days a year from 9 a.m. all the way until 2 a.m. Plus, catch regular happy hour every Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and join us for bingo 5 days a week. Come hungry to Vic's, located at 1608 Main Avenue Southeast in Moorhead.
This is Mike from Magnitude Sports. I'd like you to do me a favor if you would. Subscribe to this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. The channel is owned by a family I've known for over 2 decades and features some sports stars from previous Magnitude Sports broadcasts. So if you're the type of guy that likes fishing, hunting, dogs, you can get all that and more right here on the Dakota Fins and Feathers YouTube channel. You can also find them on social media, on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's educational, it's captivating, it's fun. It's Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. Subscribe today.
Elias Cox, the fourth pitcher of the night now, as he will toe the rubber here for Barnesville as I think straight switch. Yep, Strand is at short. Major Ness stays at third. Major Ness has made his way around the diamond from first, second, now to third. 12-7. Barnesville post 153 with the lead. First pitch swinging, ground ball to first as Court will take it to the bag, and on one pitch, Cantler retired. So some sharp defense there. Ball hit on the line. Zahir Miller able to make that catch, and Cox trying to score. That throw on line, and Cox trying to maneuver around the tag from Rader and could not. Double play turn, which nice way defensively where Astros a couple of shaky innings in the field, but they've turned double plays in consecutive innings. Wyatt Clark takes ball one. Elias Cox back. Cox drops one into right center and a base hit. I have something here with Wyatt Clark as a base hit. He reached on an error, scored in the fifth, as has his first hit. And that'll bring up Mittag. Stayed in the game after he pitched the fifth inning. And in right field, he singled in two. Two-out hit. One of the big hits in the fifth inning, called strike. They had 6 in a row reach with 2 outs. So here Miller also 2-run hit in that inning. Mittag out to short. Strand to second for 1. On to first. Rack him up. There's 2. And just like that, the inning is over. So Barnesville able to turn 2 here for the first time. 6-3 on the Twin Killing. Astros down in the bottom of the 7th. Through 7 here at Starion. Still 12-7 Barnesville at Magnitude Sports.
The Midwest elements are relentless. Is your home ready? At J. Deeds Construction, we've been serving the FM community since 2003. As a proud member of the Building Industry Association, formerly known as Home Builders Association, we specialize in roofing, siding, custom decks, and seamless gutters built for maximum durability. Plus, we offer free seamless gutters with every roof or siding project. Call 701-367-1175 or visit buildwithjdc.com. J. Deeds Construction. If you can dream it, we can build it.
Looking for something handmade, unique, and full of personality? Mandy's of FargoND.com features creative gifts, home decor, accessories, and more. All inspired by family, creativity, and made with heart. Browse dozens of handmade creations, request custom colors or designs, and sign up for the newsletter. Visit MandysOfFargoND.com and discover something new today. MandysOfFargoND.com. Handmade, a little weird, totally wonderful.
Jake Strand takes ball 1. That one hops away from the catcher Rader. It's 2-0 now. Strand, Berg, and Field for Barnesville as Strand started at second. Pitched an inning and a third of scoreless relief. Scoreless inning there from Cox in the 7th. Helped out by the double play as Strand on 2-0 fouls it away. 2-1. Jake struck out looking in the first, singled, scored in the third, hit by a pitch, scored in the 5th, struck out in the 5th. He hit twice. 12 batted in the 7-run 5th inning. Got jammed here in a pop-up as off the mound. Catcher was going to make a play on that. And peeling off is Cantler, the third baseman, in near the mound to make the catch as one away in the 8th. And, well, both teams put up some goose eggs here in the last couple of innings. 12-7 Barnesville. Jackson Berg takes one high for ball 1. Berg 2 singles. Reached on an error and hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. That brought home a run. So an RBI and a run scored for him tonight. 2-0. 2 hits for Berg. 2 hits for Ellert while he was in the game. The 2-0 pitch. There's a strike on the inside corner. 2-1. Hayes now. Nice job in relief so far. 2 1/3 innings of scoreless relief for the Astros. There's a strike. Good chance of moving on. It came back in. Inner half of the zone above the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Olsen started for the Astros. 4 innings, gave up 7 hits, 5 runs, 8 strikeouts. Oh, high fastball, blew it by him, and there's 2 down here in the 8th. It's 10 strikeouts for Astros pitching tonight. That'll bring up Grady Field. He's 0 for 1, out in a comebacker. And the late cut here is swung on and missed. And it is 0-1. Ellert 2 for 3 when he was in there tonight. Half swing. I think that's going to cost him. And it is. It's quickly 0-2. Nice outing here for Hayes. 33 pitches. Couple of walks. 1 strikeout. That one just off the plate. Good miss there. 1-2. Christopherson on deck. We are in the 8th. Barnesville not trailed tonight. Got out to a 4-0 lead after an inning and a half, and up 12-7 in the 8th. Fouled off to the right now to play. 1-2. Looking around the here at Starion, and of course the Thurlton Complex. It's some youth games going on. Look on the outfield fence. You kind of see over there. Tis the season. Boy, it's great to see. Popped up on to right center field. Zahir Miller wandering over into right center makes the catch. There's 1-2-3 inning for Hayes. 1-2-3 inning, and pitchers have gotten stronger here as the game has gone along. Nothing across in the 8th. Still 12-7 Barnesville.
Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
It's payback time. Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you? Does that bother you?
You wouldn't want officials ruining your game day at home, so don't ruin it for them on the field or court. Respect officials. That's one way you can serve, stand, and score. This message brought to you by Magnitude Sports.
Ball 1 to Jay Jorgensen as Jay came into the 5th inning. First pitch swinging, singled in his first at bat, came around to score. 2-0 as it's Jorgensen, Barch, and Zahir Miller scheduled hitters as Elias Cox out for his second inning of work. Strike 2-1. Cox helped out by a double play started by Strand. Gave up 1-out single in the 7th, but a scoreless 7th inning. That one drops back into the inside corner. 2-2 now to Jay Jorgensen. 2-2, a little pop-up, out to short, drifting out. Strand reaches out, two-handed stab there, and there's one away in the 8th inning. He's able to fight that one off, but good break by Strand makes the catch. One away as I'll bring up Chris Barch, who walked in the 5th. Easton Healy was the extra hitter, 1 for 2 while he was in there in the dirt and ball 1. I think it's always interesting. Doesn't matter what level of baseball. If the course of a game, you might see 1, 2, maybe 3 pitchers, and have to try and make that adjustment. In this case, Cox maybe throwing a little bit harder than what we saw from some of the earlier guys. One thing is, he's not wasting any time. He gets that ball back, and he's ready to come right back at you. 1-2. 1 out, bottom of the 8th. Pace has certainly picked up here in the last 2-3 innings. There's strike 3. Got him looking. Good sequence of pitches there as Barch is caught looking for out number 2 here in the 8th. Here's Zahir Miller. That was the 4th strikeout for Barnesville pitching. First for Elias Cox. Miller, 2-run single in the 5th. Part of that 2-out rally by the Astros in the 5th inning. Strike 1 to Miller. Great defensive play in the field. Hoping to start a 8-2 double play. And was back in the 6th? Let me look. Miller with a sharp base hit into left center field. So here's 2 for 2. Hit number 9 by my numbers for the Astros. That was in the 7th. Caught the line drive and cut down a runner at the plate. So 2-out base runner. We'll bring up. Pitch is a strike. Miller trying to go. The throw not held at second base. The ball chased down by Strand in right center field. Stolen base for Zahir Miller. And Lane Frazier to the plate now as he is 0 for 3. He's on deck, so they get Miller into scoring position. 2 down here in the 8th. In the dirt. And it's now 1-1 the count. Sunshine's turned to overcast skies. The 1-1. Outside, good backhanded stop. Miller took a break towards third. Now they'll throw back to second base, and Miller gets back. That's a 2-1 count. He made a move towards third, but he did at least coax a throw out of catcher Brayton. 2-1. Cox nods approval of the sign. Target down towards the outside corner. And it's low and away. 3 balls, 1 strike. Ellert started an inning and 2/3. Gave up 4 hits and a run. Anderson 3 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs allowed. Strand a clean inning and a 3rd. And a foul here, 3-2. Cox has given up 2 singles. 1 strikeout through an inning and 2/3. So 3-2, 2 out, bottom of the 8th. Cox out the set, deals and a strikeout. Swing and a miss. And that'll take care of the Astros here in the 8th inning. So 1 hit and 1 left. Post 400 in the bottom of the 8th. To the 9th we go. Still 12-7 Barnesville here on Magnitude Sports.
Just off 52nd Avenue South in Prairie Grove is your neighborhood South Fargo spot, Frank's Lounge. Frank's Lounge offers a fun, comfortable atmosphere and daily food specials you can view right as you walk in. Kristen says,
Love Frank's, our go-to place when we have company get-togethers and always get the best service. We would definitely recommend. We love Frank's Lounge.
Frank's Lounge is open daily and kids, when accompanied by an adult, are welcome all day, Sunday through Tuesday, and until 3:30 p.m. the rest of the week. Don't forget to take home a Frank's Lounge t-shirt or hat. Frank's Lounge, 2640 52nd Avenue South in Fargo. Stop in tonight.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Top of the ninth. Bryson Christopherson to lead things off as Hayes out for the ninth inning. And strike one. Christopherson first at bat of the sixth, out pitcher to first. Major Ness and Ben Brayton to follow for Barnesville. Neither team has scored since the fifth. Line to right and down for a base hit. So leadoff single for Christopherson here in the top of the ninth inning. On top of the order, Major Ness. Sixth plate appearance on the night for Ness. 1 for 2, 2 walks, 3 runs batted in. Bases loaded walk in the fifth and a 2-run single in the second inning. He has 3 runs batted in. Matthew Jarr, 3 driven in as well. Half swing will cost him a strike, and it's 0-1. That base hit. 11 hits unofficially for Barnesville. 12 runs, 11 hits, and 4 errors for post 153. Inside out swing, foul, and 2 strikes to Ness. Major League Baseball, the Minnesota Twins lead 6-3 over the Chicago White Sox. Bottom of the sixth inning. In Minneapolis, 0-2. Knocked down, nicely done by catcher Rader. As a whole, pretty good work behind the plate there with Rader and then Suda prior to that. So you kind of get familiar with this group. We've seen some promising things. Out to short. And they'll get the out at second as Middag able to hold the bag at second for the out. And there's one down. As Frazier to Middag for the out as Ness will take over. Fielder's choice at first. And Ben Brayton going to do a 4-6-3 double play in his last at bat. He is 0 for 4, a walk and a pair of runs scored tonight. Been behind the dish. First pitch swinging here and a pop up. Out into center. Miller, Zahiron makes the catch. He is going to throw back to first, and ball gets away off the sidewall. Is picked up by the catcher Rader, and Major Ness will end up at second base. As Ness, Major drawing a throw. Miller tried to double him off of first base. Ness kind of got tangled up with Clark. Will be an error, the 5th of the night for the Astros. So the fly ball out for the second out. Then error charged to Zahir Miller at second base. Gets Major Ness to second. And the first pitch is ball 1 to Elias Cox. Walked in the 7th. He has a pair of hits, including an RBI hit in the 5th. Infield hit, bringing home a run. Couple of runs scored. 1-0. Upstairs 2-0. Third pitcher of the night has Carson Hayes. Nearly 4 innings of work. And now 3-0. The count to Cox with Court on deck. And ball 4. Will Phil first. Third walk issued by Hayes. You have a leadoff walk, actually a one-out walk to Major Ness in the 6th. Leadoff walk to Cox in the 7th. And the bases on balls here. Court Single and 2 walks flying to right in his last plate appearance. And a swing and a miss and 1 strike. We get to the last of the 9th. Hayes, Powell, and Rader scheduled hitters for the Astros. The 0-1, foul tip. That's held by Rader, and quickly 2 strikes. Hayes 3 2/3 innings, 3 walks, 1 hit, scoreless relief. Exactly what the Astros needed. Ooh, just missed. That's not a bad spot to miss. Low and outside. And a ball and 2 strikes. Outfield shallow and left and in center. And the 1-2. Went off the mid of Rader. Trying to reach up and stab that as the runners move up. Major Ness to third and Cox to second. And a 2-2 count. So Court, 1 run batted in. An RBI chance here with 2 in scoring position. Full count, 3-2. Wild pitch getting the runners an additional 90 feet. 3-2 now with Jar on deck, but 2 away, top of the 9th. Fouled straight back. .87 degrees at first pitch, 81 right now. Southeast winds about 12 to 20. Strike 3 there is 4 scoreless innings. Nice job in relief here for Carson Hayes as Barnesville strands 2 in the top of the 9th. Last wraps here for the Astros, trailing 12-7 after 8.5.
Gather up the sports and fitness gear you aren't using anymore and sell it to Play It Again Sports. We will review your gear and choose what we purchase based on condition, brand, and store demand. We will then pay you on the spot, or you can receive additional incentive if you trade towards used or new products in the store.
American Legion Baseball. A winning tradition since 1925. Thousands of young athletes have participated, and countless lives have been changed.
That was the fun part of summer ball and Legion was we just played. At that stage, I think everything's so pure. You're just wanting to play ball. I would 100% recommend it.
Legion Baseball is one of many programs of the American Legion, supporting our children, our military, and their families. Find out more about how we continue to serve America.
New pitcher on for Barnesville is Brennan Court will get the 9th inning in a 12-7 game. Nice job for Elias Cox in relief. 2 innings of scoreless relief, 2 hits. And struck out a pair of batters. As Court on to pitch as Major Ness is back at first base. Most of the defense, Brayton is now at third base after first 8 innings behind home plate. Catcher for Barnesville. So what else we've got here changes-wise defensively is Brayton at third, Ness back to first.
Leading off the bottom half of the ninth for the Astros, number 26, Carson Hayes.
Carson Hayes will lead things off for the Post 400 Astros. Carson Hayes, 1 for 2, singled in the second, hit by a pitch in the 5th, and flying to center in the 6th. Ball 1 high. Trying to catch in the catcher here now for Barnesville as that pitch in the dirt. It's now 2-0. Powell and Rader will follow. 2-0 pitch, and ball 3. 9, actually 10 hits unofficially here for the Astros tonight. The 3-0 and a leadoff walk. Let's start here in the last of the ninth. Hits tonight for the Astros. Ethan Ness 1, Ben Sudo 1. As Powell 0 for 2 with a run scored. Back to the top of the order here for the Astros as they strike 0-1. Wyatt Clark a hit. Caleb Olson had 1. Mittag, 2-run single. Jorgensen a single. Zahir Miller a couple of hits. 1-1 the count. Hayes off to a big lead at first. Now we'll retreat back to the bag as Court steps off. Elias Cox, 22 pitches in 2 innings. Runner goes. That one got away from Court. It is a ball in the throw to second late. Stolen base for Hayes. And it's a 2-1 count. He's shutting down Barnesville through 4 innings, and really between Strand and Elias Cox, they've done the same. Pull just foul wide of third past Mason Quick in the third base coaching box. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Set of the 2-2 coming. Fly ball center field. Hustling on is Field. Reaches up and makes the catch for out number 1. 1 away in the 9th. And bring up Grant Rader, who is 0 for 2. Grounded a short in his last at bat. Astros be back at home against their Junior Legion counterparts, the Post 400 Rockets. Ball 1. Had that since we had back in the days when the Comets and the Astros were in the Class A East region together. Used to face one another. It always seemed to be kind of later in the year. It was fun. Called striking 1-1. We'll have the same here Monday with the Rockets and the Comets for some Monday afternoon baseball. Pair of 7-inning games beginning at high noon. 1-1. And the pitch on the way. Good overhand breaking pitch, but just missed off the plate. 2-1. Court 12 pitches, just 4 strikes so far. Trying to finish things up as that one's filleted foul wide of first and 2-2. Schedule has Astros traveling to Kindred on Thursday, 5:30. That would be a league game. And the 2-2 fouled back to the netting again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. One positive thing, seen good contact up and down the lineup. Barnesville's just 5 strikeouts recorded, 2-2. Duck out of the way of that one at a full count. So guys making contact, pitching and defense. Cleaned up here in the late innings. 3-2. Past the mound, charging is Strand. Kind of an off-balance throw at first, and a good pick there by Major Ness at first base to retire Rader. And there are 2 down here in the 9th. That'll bring up Cantler. Cantler 0 for 1, a walk and a run scored. Came in for Breitbach in the 5th, and they're going to throw back to third. Carson Hayes checking if he's paying attention over there, and he was. And Candler trying to bring him home with 2 out here at the bottom of the 9th inning. A little over 2.5 hours. Baseball this evening. Well, that one got away. Goes to the screen as Hayes took a peek, but decided to stay put. That's 1-0. The 1-0 delivery is in the dirt, and 2-0 the count. Court hasn't been particularly sharp, falling behind some hitters, but been able to come back. And as a comebacker there, he will stab it on to first, and there's your ball game. As pitcher to first to take care of the third out. Works around a leadoff walk. That runner stranded at third. No runs, no hits. 1 left, and there's your final 2 hours and 34 minutes. Good one tonight to start the season for both teams as Post 153. Barnesville wins it over the Astros tonight, 12-7. Take a break and wrap it up in just a moment.
When your truck is down, your business is down. That's why drivers across North Dakota and Minnesota trust Hogue Diesel Service in West Fargo. DOT certified in both states. From oil changes to full overhauls, Hogue Diesel Service handles complete truck and trailer repair on all makes and models, heavy and medium duty. Need on-site repair, computer diagnostics, pickup and delivery, 24-hour service? They do that too. Call Hogue Diesel Service today at 701-532-0203. That's 701-532-0203. Hogue Diesel Service LLC, 907 2nd Avenue West in West Fargo.
Here's 3 ways you can support Magnitude Sports. First, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. It's 100% free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 month-to-month YouTube memberships. Finally, businesses can choose one of 2 online YouTube sponsorships or contact us for more options. To learn more, click the Join button or give us a call at the number on your screen. Thanks for watching Magnitude Sports.
Hungry? Get to Vic's for Hamburger Happy Hour. Monday through Friday from 4 to 7 p.m. Get a delicious burger and fries for just $6.50. The kitchen is always cooking at Vic's. We serve up breakfast every day from 9 a.m. to noon, and we're open 365 days a year from 9 a.m. all the way until 2 a.m. Plus, catch regular happy hour every Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and join us for bingo 5 days a week. Come hungry to Vic's, located at 1608 Main Avenue Southeast in Moorhead.
All numbers on this one tonight, a 12-7 Barnesville victory over the Astros. Some things to work on in game number 1, but got the guys in. Everybody got a chance to get some at-bats and get out there in the field, and plenty of baseball still to come here in the summer, but some good things. Pitching and defense really cleaned up in the late innings. Good rally by the Astros after Barnesville put 7 on the board in the 5th. It was 12-2, and the Astros came back not a little 2-out rally, 5 runs to make it a 12-7, and that was it. The offenses had some base runners, but we saw Barnesville turn a double play. The Astros turn twin killings in the 6th and the 7th. Quick wrap-up on this one. Barnesville getting 2 in the top of the first inning against Caleb Olson. Ben Brayton a 1-out walk. Elias Cox with a single, and then after Court lined out for the 2nd out, Matthew Jarr, a 2-strike pitch, able to fight one off. A 2-run single into left field, opposite field hit. That made it a 2-0 game. Barnesville getting a couple back in the 2nd. Major Ness 2-run single made it 4-0. Post 400 getting a run in the 2nd inning as Olson had a single, went to 2nd, reached out of air, and Easton Healy an RBI single. That made it 4-1. Each team getting a run in the 3rd inning as Jake Strand a single And it took second on an error. Jackson Berg a single. The return throw back into the infield, going through the infield and went to the backstop, allowing Strand to score. That made it a 5-1 game. The Astros run back in the third on Ben Suda stealing second and third, and eventually coming around to score to make it a 5-2 game. And a 7-run fifth as just 3 hits in the inning as Logan Ellert had an RBI single. Major Ness, bases loaded walk. Elias Cox had an infield hit for an RBI. Brennan Court, bases loaded walk. Jar a single as Jar and Major Ness led Barnesville with 3 runs batted in tonight. In all, 12 batted. Jackson Berg also bringing home a run as he was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. It was a 12-2 game after 4.5 innings of play. The Astros came back and really put up a rally with 2 out, as with the 2-man out, Wyatt Clark ground ball was booted by the shortstop Cox, allowing a run to score. Mittag at a 2-run single. Jay Jorgensen a base hit. A walk to Barch, and then a 2-run single by Zahir Miller. In all 10 in the Astros order batted. They got 5 back, and it was 12-7, and that was it for the scoring, as 4 innings of work as your pitchers tonight. Start with Barnesville, as Logan Ellert, inning and 2/3, 40 pitches, gave up 4 hits, 1 run, walked 2, struck out 2. Winning pitcher will be Tyson Anderson, 3 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs. They were all unearned runs. Those are the runs allowed in the 5th, 2 walks and a strikeout. And then after that, Strand went an inning and a third, retired all 4 batters he faced. Elias Cox, 2 scoreless innings, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, and Court gave up a leadoff walk and retired the next 3 batters that he faced. Caleb Olson, the losing pitcher here for the Astros, as he went 4 innings, gave up 7 hits, 5 runs, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts. Mittag had a rough 5th, 3 hits, 2 walks. He hit a batter, 7 runs, 4 of those earned, and then really good work tonight by Carson Hayes. 4 scoreless innings, just 1 hit allowed. He walked 3, struck out 2. He finished 54 pitches, 28 strikes. You want to see that ball strike ratio be a little bit higher, but he needed to get outs, and he certainly did that. He put some zeros on the board and gave the Astros a chance. And really good work on the Barnesville side as well. Strand, Cox, and Court did a nice job as well with 4 scoreless innings. As again, first game of the year, getting a lot of guys in and out, and not going to be perfect. Certainly not going to be flawless, but you're really good to see in pretty solid fundamental baseball there, especially in the last 4 innings, as Barnesville comes away with a win by a score of 12-7. They're in action on Thursday, and the Astros will take on Kindred's Junior Legion down at Viking Varsity Diamond on Thursday. And Monday should be fun. The Astros and the Rockets will square off. The Rockets will start things up tomorrow against the West Fargo Rattlers, and then we'll be right here at Magnitude Sports with Game 1 at 5:30. The Stars will open things up, a non-region contest against Grand Forks, with a pair of games at 5:30 here at Starion Bank Field as well. Well, there's a chance of rain for tomorrow, so hopefully get everything in here on Wednesday and Thursday. That'll do it here tonight. For Mike Mason, I'm Brad Anderson, and all the crew here at Starion Bank Field, ready for another summer of Post 400 baseball. Final score one more time. Barnesville 12, the Astros 7. From Starion, have a great night. We'll talk to you next time.
The preceding has been a presentation of Magnitude Sports. Follow Magnitude Sports online by searching Magnitude TV Plus on X, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for broadcast updates, schedule changes, sports highlights, and much more. Thanks for watching Magnitude Sports. To support this channel, simply like, comment, and subscribe. That's how you serve, stand, and score.